Good morning and welcome to the Unitarian Universalist Wellesley Hills. Please join in singing our opening hymn this morning, number 360 in the gray hymnal, Here We Have Gathered.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, and welcome to UU Wellesley Hills. I am the Reverend Mark Roble, and I am the senior minister here. So nice to see so many smiling faces once again here on Sunday. So we are an open and affirming congregation, which means that for us, it doesn't matter what you look like, it doesn't matter how you dress, it does not matter whom you love, whether you're gay or straight or bi or trans. None of that matters to us. It doesn't matter if you're single. It doesn't matter if you're a Christian or a Muslim or a Jew or an atheist. What matters to me, anyway, every Sunday, is that we are here. We are here supporting and loving each other, and here our only creed is love, and our religious practice is love. So regardless of where you may be on your own personal spiritual journey, you are welcome here. So, welcome to UU Wellesley Hills, where you are welcomed and embraced with love. We are joyfully called to worship this morning. So, first of all, is there anyone here for the first time? Raise your hand. I won't embarrass you, but raise it. Welcome, welcome. welcome. I'd like to introduce our new staff person, our new administrative associate. Olivia, would you please stand up? This is Olivia Thompson. She's gotten thrown into the fire today, you know. So I wanted everyone to sort of meet her. Thank you, Olivia. And as we do every Sunday, let's turn to our camera there, which I believe is not working, but let's wave anyway, okay? And now let's turn to each other and offer each other a sign of peace and goodwill. So I just have a couple of quick announcements this morning. Hub Theology, which did not make it into the update, is this Tuesday at Tempo at 7 o'clock. We've had a time change. Instead of 6:30, we're moving it to 7 o'clock because of our schedules. So this Tuesday, 7 o'clock at Tempo, okay? OWL, we are collaborating with UU Waltham, offering OWL for 4th through 6th graders. If you have children, if you have grandchildren, if you have neighbors and friends who would like to participate, grab a flyer out on the vestibule. Next Sunday, we are doing a wine tasting at Total Wines in Natick. I'm not sure if there's tickets left. If you're interested in attending, see Peter Stoner or Molly Walsh to find out about it. I understand it's really a lot of fun. And the last thing is our Voices Carry photo exhibit will open here at UU Wellesley Hills on Saturday, October 11th. We'll have an opening reception from 5 to 8, and then the sanctuary will be open Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday from 1 to 3. We've invited, local clergy, the town government to come and be a part and participate in this photo exhibit.
Good morning. I'm Nina Moss, the worship assistant for this service. Now, as we deepen into worship, I'd like to invite Reed up to light our chalice. The flaming chalice is not only a shining symbol of our Unitarian Universalist commitment to religious pluralism and humanitarian principles, but also a much-needed light shining into our world. We light it on our altar each Sunday and any time we gather as a community. If you are watching from home and have a chalice on hand, you may want to light yours now. The words for our chalice lighting are spoken in unison. You will find the words printed in your order of service or appearing on your screen. Please join me in saying them as Reed lights our chalice this morning. We light this chalice to illuminate our faithful way forward as an inspirational community of hope. Together, we seek spiritual growth. We strive for just and responsible action. We dedicate ourselves to lighting lives of compassion and purpose.
Okay, it's time for our story. Come on up. Young at heart, older, anyone who wants to come up and join us on the stairs here. Come on. Oh, I see Charlotte and Penelope. Come on up. Hello.
Hi.
So today's story is called Sister Goose and Brother Fox. So Sister Goose was just swimming around in her little pond, wings out, neck up. You know how geese have those kind of long kind of necks? Just minding her own business, while Brother Fox was hiding in the reeds along the water. Brother Fox was looking at the goose. Sister Goose would duck her head down. She would grab a little nibble of a plant or something to eat, and all of a sudden, Brother Fox jumped out of the reeds. "Get off my pond. Get out of my water. You don't belong here." And Sister Goose said, "Brother Fox, what are you talking about? This belongs to all of us." Brother Fox says, "No, it doesn't. This is my land. I take care of it, and this is mine. And if you don't leave, I'm going to take you to court." So Sister Goose said, "Well, take me to court then. I don't really care." So Brother Fox took Sister Goose to court. But when Sister Goose got to the courtroom, she was really concerned because all the guards were foxes. The judge was a fox. All of the jurors were foxes. And she thought, "Oh no, it's curtains for me. I'm never going to win this." But you know what? She won. And even the other foxes said, "This belongs to all of us. All of us take care of this. All of us are responsible for this. This does not belong to just one fox or one goose. This is ours in total." The end. Thank you. Barbara Reynolds just said, "I have follow-up questions about that, but I'll ask you later."
Good morning. What a beautiful morning to start the day. Each Sunday, this congregation collects a weekly offering as part of its larger spiritual practice of generosity. The offertory theme for the month of September is Youth Services, and this week's offering will benefit future chefs. Based in Roxbury, this program believes that every young person, regardless of their circumstances, has the potential to thrive when given the chance to learn and grow in a safe, supportive environment. The organization uses the culinary arts as a vehicle to prepare high school students, primarily youth of color, many without any clear plans for life after graduation, for success both personally and professionally. Its three-stage program equips teams with the skills and confidence needed to meet the expectations of adult employment. Students begin with an after-school program, they progress to a paid work experiences, and then receive 2 years of post-high school coaching. Coaching. By the time they step fully into the workforce, they do with mastery, resilience, and a strong sense of purpose. Your donations can either be made electronically or by the plate collection that will be passed. If you want to make an online payment, visit the online givings page at our website. Once there, be sure that plate collection is selected from the drop-down menu. If you write a check, please remember to put FC on the memo line. Please be generous in your support to this local organization.
Christ, we are grateful. Thank you. We open our circle of care and concern with these words from Audette Fulbright Folsom. Did you rise this morning broken and hung over with weariness and pain and rage, tattered from waving too long in a brutal wind? Get up, child. Pull your bones upright. Gather your skin and muscle into a patch of sun. Draw a breath deep into your lungs, and you will need it, for another day calls to you. I know you ache. I know you wish the work were done, and you, with everyone you have ever loved, were on a distant shore, safe and unafraid. But remember this: tired as you are not alone. Here and here and here also, there are others weeping and rising and gathering their courage. You belong to them, and they to you, and together we will break through and bend the arc of justice all the way down into our lives. I'd like to take a moment to reflect on these words in silence. And may we make it so. Now I'd like to invite all who wish to come forward and light a candle of intention. And if you're comfortable, please tell us what person or place this intention is for, and we will carry them in our hearts. Those in our online pews, please type your joy or concern in the comment section, and we will also carry your intentions in our hearts. So please come down the center aisle, light your candle, and return by the side aisles. So let us begin.
I'm Jerry. This is the first time I've been up here doing this. On Wednesday night, the normal choir night, we were rehearsing, and I just fell over, boom. And the choir was fantastic. I'm a stubborn kind of guy, but they got me to get in the ambulance, go to the emergency room, and now I have a new heart. And it's set at 60 beats a minute. So, Susie, if you ever needed no adagio, we got it.
Bill and I would like to introduce to you our dear friends Peg and Doug Wangenstein from St. Paul, Minnesota, where we lived before moving to Boston in 1975.
Welcome.
Actually, there's more to the story. Nancy and Peg created a play group with several other couples, and those couples get together sort of every 5 to 8 years, and this is one of those times, and we'll be together for a week. I'd just like to say that Doug is the Jim McLaren of his church, and it's a group of men that actually get together every Thursday morning to do maintenance of the church. So we'll see you at coffee hour.
Thanks.
Just a candle in gratitude for all my friends.
Charlotte lit this for her Aunt Caroline, Cousin Claire, and Cousin Eric, and Uncle Rob. And I lit a candle of intention for friends and colleagues who will be affected by the visa changes.
We honor all of these intentions in this community. Along these, we also know there are certain joys and sorrow that remain private this morning. Those too have a rightful place here. So this morning, we honor all of these with light. We light this candle for our families, for our beloveds, our friends, for all of our relations, for those who are near and for those for whom we feel an unwanted distance, for the newborn, for the elderly, for all of the wounded children. May this candle inspire us to use our power to heal and not to harm, to help and not to hinder, to bless and not to curse. May its radiance pour out upon our hearts and spread light into the darkened corners of our world. Now please join in singing Comfort Me, number 1002 in the Teal hymnal, and we will sing the first verse.
How We Belong by Alex Jensen. Unitarian Universalists can and do believe many different things about life's biggest questions, about God, the greater mystery, about what happens to us when we die. However, you can't be a Unitarian Universalist if you don't agree on some of the more important parts of this faith. You can't be a UU, or you won't be much of a good one, if you cling to prejudiced or oppressive views of others, if in any way you believe that someone else is inferior or somehow a lesser human. You can't be a UU if you can't tolerate big questions or critically examine what it is that you believe and why. You can't be a UU if you fundamentally believe there is only one path or one spiritual truth out there to make meaning of life and to understand it. If you cling to just one set of beliefs, dogmas, or creeds, and shut out the possibilities and offerings of other traditions different from your own, you're not a Unitarian Universalist. As wide as our welcoming embrace is, there are some things that are non-negotiable for us as a people. These non-negotiables are the inherent worth and dignity of each person, no matter who they are, the rigor of critical thinking about ourselves and our beliefs, and the bounty of the world's traditions, each of which holds a piece of the cosmic puzzle about how we might understand these wild, wondrous lives of ours. No, you cannot be a Unitarian Universalist and believe anything you want. You can believe in a lot of things. There are some fundamental things that bring us and bind us together as a tradition and faith.
There we go. So I'm going to start out this morning by telling a story. As many of you know, Tom, Mark, and I, and more recently Tom and I, have been going to Ferry Beach the first full week of August for many, many years. The week's theme is Circles of Life, and so it's really thrilling to see the same folks every year, Some of us grayer, all of us older, kids growing, and reconnect on a really special level. So those of you who have experienced Star Island know how meaningful these weeks are. The past 3 years, I have been the Minister of the Week for our week, and every single year I swear I will never do that again, and somehow I get conned into it. But it also gives me the chance to bring everyone together, either during worship or chapel services or during Vespers, or even just after dinner in the friendship circle in the sand. One of the matriarchs of that week is a woman named Anne. Anne has been attending that week at Ferry Beach for a good 40 years. Her children grew up there, and she has developed deep, deep relationships with the regulars of that week. This year, as soon as I saw her, I knew that it had not been a good year for her. She had lost her hair and her eyebrows, was gaunt and tired looking, and was walking with a cane. She had been fighting stage 4 breast cancer for the better part of this past year. Chemo, radiation, the nausea and vomiting that come with the treatment. Her spirits were good, though, and was not going to let a little touch of cancer ruin her life or her week at Ferry Beach. Wednesday evening during the week is Vesper night, a time of real quiet reflection for folks just to be together and enjoy the kind of holy energy that these Vespers evoke. Earlier in the day, I had asked Anne if she would be comfortable sharing how the past year has been for her and what gives her her strength. She happily agreed. Her sharing was profound and powerful. Afterwards, I asked her for a copy of her remarks, which she said she would send me. Serendipitously, her remarks arrived in my inbox this Friday, and I'd like to share a few of her remarks with you with her blessing. She titled her remarks, "The Essentials of My Life." Anne begins, "My life changed dramatically one afternoon when a nurse called and announced, 'You have breast cancer. Any questions?' I didn't know then that I would very soon learn to find the essentials in my life and live it every day. I used to begin each morning with a brisk 2-mile walk with my pup before breakfast, at sunrise if possible. Now I respond to what my body is requiring: rest, a little movement from the recliner to the deck, and another nap. I find my church and family circles are essential. I head out wild walking each and every Wednesday as I have for several years. It's the highlight of my week. A small, close group of friends and I head out into the woods for a few hours, usually around a small body of water, a lake, a pond, even a large puddle. We laugh, we share our lives, we explore the land and life around us, and we eat our peanut butter and jelly sandwiches before heading home. This time of year, we usually find ice cream on the way back. I renew my soul this way every week. I've always regarded myself as a strong, independent, and yeah, a little stubborn woman, taking care of myself and my family, my work. I've needed help in ways I've never considered, and I'm just now learning how to ask. Spoiler alert, you gotta say it directly. I need help. Could you please, ... But more importantly, friends and family are showing up with what I need before I realize I can no longer do for myself. I've needed to graciously accept what they offer. So now I'm at Ferry Beach. I wasn't sure I'd even make it here this summer. And I'm in the full glory of family and friends and community. I'm in the presence of the ocean and the pines and the singing and the campfires and all of the laughters. This loving community renews my soul each minute, each hour, each day. I am grateful. One of the truly magnificent, dare I say holy things about our Unitarian Universalist faith is our compelling desire to be together in community, to be together to support and to love each other, our ability to laugh and to cry together. We covenant with each other to be there together and weather the storm. Anne's words that evening truly moved me and makes me treasure our faith tradition for its deep and meaningful connections we make with each other. And in these connections lives all of the power of the universe. It seems to me that our world could use a whole lot more covenanting with each other right about now. I watched with horror as Charlie Kirk was assassinated, his life snuffed out. And I am watching with equal horror as some try to make him a martyr. His views were nothing less than homophobic, xenophobic, racist, sexist, and just plain evil. I am watching in horror as human beings are being snatched from the streets, parks, courtrooms, and schools. Farmers are losing their livelihood and their farms as food rots on the vines because there are no workers to harvest. Rural hospitals are beginning to close due to funding cuts. Hundreds of thousands of people will lose their health care in the coming months and years, and children will go hungry. My heart hurts when I am honest with myself and see how we are treating others. And on the other hand, I am angry as heck that this is happening, that there is a segment in our society that believes that this is okay. I am reminded of those words of Mother Teresa that I used on last week's update. If we have no peace, it is because we have forgotten that we belong to each other. In her poem, Sweet Company, Margaret Wolf writes, "We sit together and I tell you things, silent, unborn, naked things. You do not cluck your tongue at me or roll your eyes. You stay with me in the dark. You make room in your heart for my voice. I see my future self in you. In sweet company, I am home at last. You stay with me in the dark. You make room in your heart for my voice." So, beloved people, here's the thing. We are in the midst of a radical and unprecedented change. And I do believe that out of this horror will emerge a new way of being with each other. There is a realignment happening, and that's why our faith tradition is so important in these times. We need to be together. We need to stick together. And most importantly, we need to continue to covenant together. You know, Tom and I have been doing a lot of talking about how do we continue to live in this world, to live in this country. We're next. This regime has every intention of coming after me and my family. There are already rumblings in the Supreme Court about overturning Obergefell. Make no mistake, this is cruelty just for the sake of being cruel. But we have something they do not. We believe in the goodness of humanity. We believe that it is only together that any of us can succeed. And we believe, most importantly, in the infinite, ever-present power of love. I end today with this quote from Brené Brown. "True belonging is the spiritual practice of believing in and belonging to yourself so deeply that you can share your most authentic self with the world and find sacredness in both being a part of something and standing alone in the wilderness. True belonging doesn't require you to change who you are. It requires you to be who you are. May our sometimes broken and hurting hearts continue to covenant with each other. May our lives be a testament to a faith so deep and loving that the world stops and gasps at its power. And as my dear friend Anne says, may this loving community renew my soul each minute, each hour, and each day. And may it be so. Now please rise in body and or spirit as you're able as we sing our closing hymn, Lean on Me, number 1021 in the Teal hymnal, number 1021.
Now that our celebration is concluding this morning, we extinguish our chalice. Our closing words are spoken in unison. You will find them printed in your order of service or appearing on your screen.
Extinguishing this flame, which has burned bright in our midst, we revere what has been kindled within each one of us, warmth in community, the light of truth, a perpetual spark of hope. We have come to the end of our service, but not our calling in the world. We close our time together with the humble reminder that justice and equity are our spiritual practices to embrace. Each day, every day, we are blessed to be the embodiment of what is possible. When justice and equity ground us all that we do, we believe together we are powerful together. May we go forth with the light and warmth of our chalice in our hearts, knowing that it takes a village. Until we are together again, may we make it so.